working on for months. Some of them I've been working on for less than that, so it just varies really. Okay, so this is the WordPress dashboard. What I will do is I will add a personal dashboard, or customized dashboard at the top. So there'll be this video, and there'll be a checklist of things to do, which could be updating plugins, updating the theme, updating WordPress. So you can see up here, there's a WordPress update available. Okay. You must keep them all updated. I would say check them once a week. And check for updates. I now offer like a service package where it's £20 a month and I update everything for you. Also create a daily backup of the site and just monitor the security on the site. Okay. So that's £20 a month. So if you want to sign up to that, let me know and I just manage everything for you. Yeah, I'm doing it for Kerry and a few other people, just because not everyone logs into their website that often, and it's a bit of a pain to try and remember to do it.
What happens if you don't update it?
Someone could hack in and hack your site, which actually has happened quite a lot recently to my clients because they're not updating their plugins. And even some of the plugins I use are very well respected plugins. They're not like dodgy plugins, but I think hackers are getting more wise to hacking the bigger plugins. So one that was hacked, the official Facebook plugin was hacked last week. God. Another one is, I haven't used it on your site, but it's called Yellow Pencil. So it's for tweaking the code. And like a visual, it makes it a lot easier to tweak the code. And that's the most used visual CSS editor in the WordPress community. That was hacked. 3 of my clients were affected by that because I hadn't updated it.
So how do you, if you get hacked, what happens?
So I have to find out where the hack is. Normally have to reinstall WordPress, and it can take an hour if it's a simple fix. It can take up to 3-4 hours, and that's like £60 an hour. So it's just a lot cheaper to prevent that happening in the first place. I mean, obviously it might still happen. I can't guarantee that no one's going to hack into your site, but it's making sure that making it harder, making sure that everything's in place to prevent that happening.
Yeah, sign me up for you to do it. Okay. Then. Yeah, just.
So the way I do it, I just set up a recurring invoice, so just send to you every month. Yeah, 20 quid. Fine. And you can set up a Go cardless thing, like a direct debit.
That would be easier.
So then it just, whenever the invoice comes through, you can just ignore it,
and it'll just automatically
go on the date that it's due. So I'm just going to update these now. Because it just makes sense while we're going through it. So if you ever see WordPress in maintenance mode, it's probably that I'm updating the plugins and everything then. But it only lasts like 30 seconds, a minute. It's not long, but it would be very coincidental if you're on the site at exactly the same time that I'm updating it. I tend to do it in the evening anyway.
At least you don't know how you have time to do everything you do.
Neither do I most of the time. I've got such a long list of things to do today. But it doesn't matter. I kind of take the attitude of, if I don't get it done, it's fine. Just do it next week. Right. And that's why...
Don't stress about it.
No, and that's why most of my clients are small businesses that understand the time pressures of running your own business. So
definitely.
Otherwise, it just doesn't really work. Delete this one actually.
It's probably easier now you got rid of the stuff you did in the evening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Although now I'm doing this WordPress design course on Thursday evenings.
Of course.
And over the summer I'm going to start doing marketing masteries. Have you seen those? Marketing masteries.
Yes, yeah. So I keep meaning to either attend one or but I just
take the tea bag.
No, I drink it with it in. Thank you. Just switch it around a bit. It's just the times where it's fallen. I haven't been. Yeah, I've been busy doing something else. I've started. But the evening ones would be so much easier.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the same for everyone because not everyone, like a lot of people.
What time are they?
The evening ones, 7:30 till 10. But if you can't like the beginning bit's just going to be chatting. I'm not going to start.
What I put my voice.
I'm not going to start the actual presentation thing till 8.
Okay, that would work.
Because people are always late. Even when they come here, people are always late. Yeah. So I always allow like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
But I'll probably wait until everyone's there before I start. I mean, my part's only going to be an hour.
And is it all online, the evening ones, or sometimes will it be here?
No, so the evening ones are at Saltwater. Beach Saltwater Cafe.
Oh right, okay.
So they're at Saltwater Cafe, or you can and if you come in person, you'll get a free drink, including your ticket and nibbles and stuff. You can join online, but
is it once a month?
It's every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, but you can just pick a mix of sessions.
Because I could ride if I put Evan to bed at 7:30, I might be able to ride down and get there for 8.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I probably won't start till when everyone's there. Like I won't start until everyone's there.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah. Anyway, so blogs. So this is how you're doing blogs, aren't you? You're going to
I will be.
Blogs.
When I get round to it.
So I'll show you how to do it at a blog. So I'm just going to go down this list. A lot of them you can just ignore. You don't have to worry about them. Okay. So don't feel completely intimidated by all of this stuff. Okay. So when you log into WordPress as the dashboard, most of these you can just ignore. They're just all like just telling you stuff that you don't really. They're just basically people promoting their products. Asking for ratings and rubbish. So I just say no to everything. Go away, you don't need all this. And then they come back like a day later. But these are just all the things that are from plugins. Don't show that anymore. Right. So you'll see this. This is not even the dashboard, that is the settings. So you'll see this. You'll see the customized dashboard at the top with the video and a checklist. But obviously, if I'm doing the maintenance, you don't have to worry about like updating the plugins or WordPress or anything. But there'll be a button that says submit a ticket. So if you've got any problems or if you need to add anything added, please, like I said to you before, please submit a ticket because emails just get lost.
Oh, but I couldn't. It was really weird because I couldn't log in to your website. I think I've sorted it now because I changed my password. I think it was a problem with my password. Yeah. So I couldn't get onto where it was like a ticket. I was like, oh no, I can't get in. And then I went through and like reset it and everything, and then it was fine.
So for anything, if you can just submit a ticket, because then I work through them in chronological order. Yeah. Otherwise, requests come in from Messenger, text, people phone me up, and email, and I'm just like, I can't keep on top of these, and I can't prioritise stuff. So I have a ticketing system that I just go through the list. That's a really good idea. It's just getting ridiculous because the more web design work I do, obviously the more things, exactly. And most of it's just people saying, "Can you just check this?" or "This isn't working," or "Can you add this?" So you don't really need to take note of much of this. It's fine. It's all a load of blurb. So to add a post, so all your posts are all your blogs. So there's your first blog, which actually I'm going to quickly change the author to you. You don't really need me to be the author. When you use your own login, it'll come up as you. It just changed to Essex Marketing Services because that's who I logged in as. So whoever adds it when you log in, that's the really annoying thing is whenever I update anything on your site or anyone's site, I get an email to say it's been updated, the page has been updated. So to create a new post, click on Add New.
Yep.
This is when my computer starts going really slow. Actually, it's always over here. My internet's rubbish. So you can just add the title of the post. Then you can just start typing and just type or paste in from Word or something.
Yeah, so that's the main blog bit, is it?
So this is the main text, bit, And then you can add an image. So if I want to add an image, you just click on the image.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. You can upload or insert from the media library. So they're the pictures that are already there. I'm just going to add a random, I'll just add this in. Cover image for evening sessions. And then you can just resize it by making it bigger and smaller. Yeah. So just drag to make it smaller. Mm-hmm. And then you can change it. So if you put this, so if I add another thing above this, so if I add it above, insert before, and then add a picture, you can wrap it. So you can wrap it round the text. You can wrap the text around the picture. So you just make it that size, and then that didn't press the wrong thing. You can just click that on. You can wrap it so the text will go all around there. Oh, good, yeah. So you can have a picture there.
That's good.
And then you just add more blocks. So you can just keep adding blocks just by clicking on that plus. Let's add another paragraph above, and then just have a play around. You can just play around with adding text and making them look pretty. And then on the document settings, you can add categories. So you might have different categories. So you might have categories like children.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And that's used as a filtering system, like education, walks. I don't know, different experiences, like different categories, and then that's used as a filtering system. So on the blog landing page, people can just click on the category and see all the ones that they're sort of related to that. So I recommend adding a category. Try to add categories, thinking about what the likely subjects are going to be in the future, because you don't want a category with just one article in. So try to think strategically about adding categories. Don't go a bit too crazy. You can add multiple. You can add posts to multiple categories.
Okay.
Just try and say, right, I'm only going to create like 3 categories for the moment, and just populate those, and then create some more. And then add a featured image. So the featured image shows up on the blog page above the title.
Oh, okay.
So a thumbnail image shows up. So if you I would recommend you add a featured image just to make that blog landing page just look a bit nicer.
Yeah.
And then that's all you need to add for a blog, and then you just click on publish. Or you can schedule it. So you can publish it, or you click publish. You can change to publish immediately and then change the date in the future if you want to schedule it on a certain date or a certain time.
Okay, great.
And then click on schedule. So
so if you wrote quite a few,
write a few, and just do one a week or something.
Yeah, cool.
And then that'll be live.
Okay, great.
So then that'll show up on the blog page, which I think has actually got anything on it. Oh no, it's got that one blog on it. Yeah, so that's why you want to add a featured image.
Yeah.
So that
amazing
shows there, and then people can just continue reading and read the full blog. Actually, I need to change these widgets, but I'll do that afterwards. Just so, because it adds like this bit on for some random reason. Like the rest is quite useful, like recent posts, search bar, categories, and archives, so people can see what you posted last week or whatever. Okay. And recent comments, so people comment on stuff. People can view the recent comments, so they're quite useful. But I don't understand why it adds this really annoying thing at the bottom that allows people to log into the site. Obviously, they have to have an account to be able to log in, but so I'll remove that. Actually, I'll do that now.
I've had so many nice comments about the website.
Have you? Excellent.
Yeah, loads of people have commented on it.
Good.
I told them where it's from. I know it says on it anyway.
Yeah.
But
it's a really nice website to work on. I really like the colour scheme.
I love the branding colours, and I've kept obviously everything I've been doing. I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram. I've kept,
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could have numbers to a colour, and then on other things like on Canva or something, just type that in. It's so clever. I was like amazed by it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
And that's why I try and get people to do the branding package, because some people just want a logo. And I'm like, that's fine, but I'm not going to give you the colour codes or the fonts.
It honestly, was like, it's blown my mind. Like, just being able to, even in like Word and stuff, I didn't realise you could use, I'm like,
this is amazing.
If you've never done it before, it's just this whole area, I just had no idea about. So I love just being able to use those colours like all the time.
So, that's how to add a post, how to add a blog.
Yeah.
But it's really annoyingly, blogs are called posts.
Yeah.
And that confuses quite a few people, I think. So pages. So, for example, if you want to offer a new service or something, you can click on pages, add new. And then you just add the page title. Then you click on edit with Elementor. So you don't use the WordPress editor to lay out pages, because you can't see it in real time. Like, you can't see how it's going to look.
Okay.
So I use Elementor Page Builder, and you'll be glad to know that I've saved page templates.
Yeah.
So you just call the page whatever you want to call it, and click on this grey folder icon, and then it's just called page template new. I'll delete the old one, but page template new.
Okay.
And then it will just import the page. So it will just, all the pictures are missing, which is excellent, but that's so you can add new pictures in there.
Okay.
This is the page title, believe it or not, but what happens is when it pulls it in for the first time, it doesn't put the page title in here, but you can see on the page, once it goes live, the page title will be here.
Okay.
Actually, let me save draft, and then I can refresh and it should show up. So this just takes it, there you go.
Right,
so it just takes it from whatever the page title is. Then you can just click on any of this text to change it over here.
Okay.
So headers are normally uppercase, so header, so it's like a subheading, but if you don't want that subheading, you can just right click on it and just delete it.
Okay.
So if you want to change this text, you just click on the text box and change the text here, and it changes in real time. And then this is an image, but it's an image in this column. So to add an image in there, you click on this black columns icon, style, and then you can just click on that and then just choose a picture. So I'll just chuck that one in.
So what about if I want to get a picture from somewhere else, like on my PC?
So what you do is let me go back onto that. Click on here and you just go upload files.
Oh, okay.
And then select files, and then you can just
add
one. I'll just chuck that one in. There you go. So you can just put that one in. And then again, just change the text here. So this is just a little not motivational. It's trying to get them to inquire.
Yeah.
So just a sentence there that reflects what's said in here.
Yeah.
And then here's another picture that hasn't, that's just like showing a blank picture because it's a page template. So click on the 6 dots.
Yeah.
Style, and then just add a picture. Or upload a picture, and that's got the scrolling effect on it.
I like that.
And then some more text here. So this might be more text. So ideally you want kind of 250 to 300 words on a page.
Yeah.
So this is just a way of kind of splitting up the text so it doesn't look so text heavy. So it just looks a bit neater. Sorry. So Google will index it because there'll be enough text for Google to index it, but people won't be like, whoa, there's too much text here. Because I think some websites just chuck, they're like, we need 300 words of text. They just put it all in one place and then no one will read it because it'll just be too intimidating.
So what about the search engine? Is there certain things I should be writing in my text?
So you want to look for keywords that people are searching. So you want to add keywords that people are searching for.
Yeah.
And to use that, you can go into... So in Chrome, there's an extension called Keywords Everywhere.
Okay.
Let me just get Chrome up. Just going to Google. Actually, I better save that. Google. Is it warm outside today?
It's warm but windy.
So if you want to search for, let's say, Hadley, I don't know, just type in a random thing in. Hadley Farm, Hadley Castle. Then you can see, so Hadley Castle, this is with the Keywords Everywhere Chrome add-on. If you scroll down, you can see all the keywords that people are searching for that are related. And you really want to go for one that's got a high volume of searches but low competition. So castles in Essex. So this could be like a really good blog article there, castles in Essex.
Yeah. 880
searches a month in the UK, but only 0.02 competition. So it goes up to 1. It goes from 0 to 1.
Oh my God, I'm going to do a blog about that.
There you go.
That's amazing.
So,
but as long as you
want to make sure you call it Castles in Essex, and then you want to you call the blog Castles in Essex, and then you want to make sure Castles in Essex is in the text 3 or 4 times, I'd say.
Okay.
To try and rank for that. But if you're updating blogs regularly, then Google will crawl more often because it will realise you've got more copy too.
So it will be beneficial, you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So if you can, like in an ideal scenario, 1 blog a week, but obviously that might be far too much. So 1 a month.
I'm like, when I feel like I want to do everything, but like it's so hard because when you're setting up, and I'm trying to do so many different things, and I've been doing so much networking. I'm also working with the council, and the council want me on board as estuaryescapades, which is great. So I've got a meeting with Public Health on Monday about doing some stuff with funding, but it's going in directions I didn't anticipate it was going in, and that's certainly eaten up so much of the time. So I'm only just starting to launch the stuff I actually
wanted
to set it up to do. But obviously I never want to, I'm only doing the things that I feel has a real connection with the company. But I didn't also want to be one track minded, like, no, this is what I set it up to do. Like I want to, see where else it could go. So all the things I initially had on my to-do list, like do a blog, was like literally out of the window. But I want to start doing it.
Yeah, but it's just doing things when you can. I said contacting businesses to see if they can write blogs for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Castles in Essex would be a really good one to focus on. But you can also see what other related search terms people search for. So these are other ones. Hadley Country Park event. So just like loads of...
Wow.
And this gives you an idea of what to put in your...
Amazing.
So yeah, most of these aren't relevant. Most of these are rubbish. So I'd steer clear of all of these.
So I want one with a high
volume but low competition.
So do I have to install this thing?
Yeah, so you install keywords everywhere. So you just go into Chrome, you just search for keywords everywhere extension.
Yeah. Do you have to pay for it?
No. You have to get an API key, but it gives you all the instructions for how to set it up. And
then you want high volume,
low competition. So I'd say less than 0.5, which is like 50%. Kind of not 50%, but yeah, less than 0.5 ideally.
Okay.
Especially as you're a new site, so the lower the better until your rankings have started going up. Okay. So when you start getting onto page 1 for lots of keyword terms, then you can start going for the more competitive keywords.
Okay.
But at this point, try to go for the ones that have low competition.
Okay.
Because there's fewer people using those keywords, so you're more likely to rank.
Yes.
Whereas if the competition is high, that means that there's a lot of people using those keywords.
And if they're more established, they'll just always come higher.
Yeah.
Because I really want to push the corporate element of it.
Yeah.
So I need to start looking at blogs that include that, the keywords.
Yeah.
That people might.
What are they called?
Like team building days.
Team building days. I was like, what are they called? So if we say team building days in Essex, because local search term, if you're a local business, because you're saying you do them in Essex, so you want to put the local keyword in there, because if someone from Scotland's looking, why would they want to?
Yes.
So you want to make sure it's think of a relevant keyword. So these are the keywords. So team building activities, team building Colchester, Stubbers team building, but then these have got no searches, so they're a bit pointless. So let's look at these ones instead. Escape room Essex, outdoor activities Essex, teambuilding.co.uk. So that's a brand term. So, yeah. But just have a look at these. See, this one, corporate evening, it's only got 10 searches, but 0.69 competition. So you wouldn't want to bid on that, because you wouldn't want to write about that because it's so competitive.
Yeah.
But it only gets 10 searches a month.
Yeah.
So what's the point of putting loads of effort into that?
Yeah.
So just have a look, have a think, have a look at some of these.
So like this one is, I don't do escape rooms, but that's quite good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outdoor activities Essex, that's quite a good one, but it's not really necessary to do with team building. But just try with different keywords, and you might find that this is how I do keyword research. It's a lot of putting in different variations of saying the same thing to see, because what you think people are searching for isn't necessarily what people are searching for.
Yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it?
And also searches are getting a lot longer. So in terms of, they're no longer just 1 or 2 words anymore, because people are using voice search.
So they're being more...
They're like a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Like, and can you find me?
Yes, of course. So that makes it much harder then.
Yeah.
Because they're searching all of those words.
So it was like, hey Siri, can you find me a fun away day for my team near Southend? Like, it's a really long string, so you...
Rather than just away days Southend.
Yeah, which is what you type in, because
Yeah.
Have you got an iPhone? Because I might have just triggered it.
I was just like, why is that? That's all right.
Yeah, I don't have
it's Maddie, actually.
I don't have an iPhone, so I can just say...
You don't have an iPhone? I would have so thought you would have
I hate iPhones.
Do you? Only because you can link them to like all of your Apple stuff.
No. I've always had Android. I used to be do you know I used to be a phone journalist? I used to be a mobile phone journalist.
So you wrote about mobile phones?
Wrote about mobile phones.
Oh my gosh.
And I hated
so you know your stuff then.
I used to have like free iPhones all the time. Like people used to offer me free iPhones and I was like, I hate iPhones. I just hate them, yeah. I really don't like them. So everyone's just said, I don't know how you use an Android phone. It's horrible. But I think it's like Marmite, isn't it?
And it's what you're used to, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, I've spent so much money on apps and things for my phone. I'm not going to rebuy them all for
another
iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, I've fallen out of love with Apple because they've charged me for something that they're not giving me they refused to give me a refund for.
Oh no.
I had to apply for a developer account. Well, I thought I had to apply for a developer account to integrate something on someone's website. And then I found out that I didn't need a developer account. So I said, can I cancel it? I haven't even used it. I haven't even logged into it. And Apple said, on the phone, they were like, yeah, sure, we'll give you a refund. And then they sent me an email saying, we understand you want to cancel this. Unfortunately, we can cancel your account, but we're not giving you a refund.
That is £80. Disgusting.
Oh, it's 80 quid. I was so annoyed. And I said, this is absolutely ridiculous. I've never even logged into my account.
So can you keep the account and then maybe potentially use it another time? If
I'm never ever going to create an app.
Right. That was what it was for. Yeah. Okay.
But you also need it sometimes to integrate certain things with websites. Right. But then I found out I didn't need it. Actually, it was to integrate something on my website, but I don't need it. Anyway, yeah. So that's how to do keyword research. So I will go, as you're probably going to be adding pages, I will go over adding where to add that in a bit. So yeah, anything can be there's also loads more widgets that you can just have a play around with, dragging and dropping stuff. So you can add a Google map if you want to add it.
Oh, that's good.
Add a Google map.
And then you just put in the location you want.
So sometimes it finds them. There you go, Hadley Castle. So yeah.
Amazing. What I really wanted to add was like an events diary.
Yeah. So you can add an events diary. It's not that it's complicated. So yeah, you don't add that onto a page though. We kind of do, but I have to add a plug. You have to add a plugin first.
Okay.
You have to do it. So yeah, have a play around with this, and to see what there is, and then you can just save it as a draft if you don't want to publish it, or when you're ready to publish, you just click publish.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, you just click publish. So that's how to edit, and that's how to add a page. So to edit an existing page, you can just go to the website, as long as you're logged in to your WordPress account. You can just navigate to any page that you want to. So let's say the home page. I'll do the home page. Actually, I didn't want to do that. You can just go to home edit on the home page. Just click on Edit with Elementor, and then it just takes you straight into the editor.
So is Elementor something you had to install separately?
Yeah.
Like into the WordPress?
Yeah, so Elementor by itself is free, but Elementor Pro costs me $200 a year.
Right.
But I use it on all my websites, all the websites, so I just always keep that updated.
Yeah.
So, and it's something.
So it just makes it easier
for you to edit.
For editing, yeah.
So you just click Edit with Elementor, and then you can change anything. So this is a slider. So you just click on, to change any element, you just click on the blue pencil.
Okay.
And then you can see the slides pop up here. So historical walking tours in Essex. This is the picture. So you can just click on the picture, click on that to change the image. Okay. And again, you can upload a picture from your computer, or you can just choose from the ones already on there.
Yeah.
And then you can go on content, and then there's the like the headline, and then you can also add a button. So you just go do like book now or view more, and then the button shows up. But I haven't styled those because I'm not using them, so I haven't.
So if I added that, would I have to then set up a link for that to
work?
No,
so the link is here.
Oh, so it automatically would work if I added a button?
You have to add the link into the page here.
But does it do that automatically?
Then it creates a button. Well, no, because you have to specify which page you want to add in. So that was just already on there.
Oh, I see.
So when you...
I thought that came up when you...
No, so if you went in like that, so then you just put the text in for the button, or... and then you can just search for the page. This is advertising walking tours in Essex, walking tours. So you just start searching for the page, and click on it. Then it'll add the link.
Right. Okay.
But I haven't set it up because the pictures are quite detailed. I haven't added a button, so you can just click on the whole slide and go through to the page instead. So I don't think you really need.
So I was thinking if I do like more of an events page, would I be able to put buttons next to things for like book now?
I'll show you how to do that. It's completely different.
Okay, cool.
You don't do that manually. You use a plugin that creates the whole calendar for you.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's how to edit that. This is obviously the form, which you won't need to change because that's already set up to go to you. Or that's to go to MailChimp, isn't it? That goes to MailChimp and you get a notification. So you can just click on any element and just change the text here, or click on this, change the text.
Oh, okay.
Click on this, change the text. So you can just change everything. This is an image box. So if you click on here, then there's the picture, which is that picture. The title, which is that title there, and then the text, which is there, and then this button, you can just click on this button, and then again, there's just the link through to the page. So if you wanted to add another block on here, you can just duplicate the column, and then all the settings will stay the same. So you can right click on it, and just click on duplicate, and then...
Oh, that's amazing. And then I can just change each element.
Then you can just change each element. But obviously then now the text is broken, so you might want to change the size of the text for all of these boxes.
That's fine.
So to do that, you just click on Style, Content, and then Typography, and then you can just use the slider to make it bigger or smaller. What I would...
Will it look weird if it's different size?
No, I'd say you need to change all the sizes if you're going to change one. But I would say, actually, try not to add too many in a column, because, I mean, 5 I'd say is probably the maximum.
Okay.
If you're going to add 6, then do 2 lots of 3. So 3 and then 3 underneath.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Otherwise, they get too small.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to. It gets quite hard to see stuff.
Yeah.
So if you
would I have one that's just events and people couldn't
log I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
But so that's a different thing.
A completely different thing. You don't do it in this.
I don't do it in there. I wouldn't have a link to it on that bit.
You could add it onto this page, but I need to add the plugin first before there's anything.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just thinking the one I probably would add on is maybe if someone were like, oh, I wonder what events they've got.
Well, you can have
it on this page.
You can have like a whole like Kerry's has got a calendar of events happening at HQ.
Yeah.
You can just add that onto this page if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have to install. I can't show you how to do that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just was just checking whether I should do that on here or not.
It's up to you. Where, like from a user experience point of view, whether you think your users would find that useful.
Yeah. I think maybe until it's the other things on there, I probably won't know.
And then so all of these, just click on. This is already set up to show your Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's just your username goes in there, and then 4 images. You can change how many images you want to show. So if you want to show 8, then it'd be 4 and 4. Okay. It'd be 2 rows.
I like that. Yeah, great.
Or you can change it to be like 5 columns. But again, the more like 10 columns, they go so small.
Yeah.
It just looks a bit silly. So I tend to do 4.
Yeah.
Just because it looks a bit neater. Or 3. So it shows like Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And they're quite big images. So you can do like show 12. So then it shows like or 9. So it shows like your Instagram feed. Anyway, you can play around with those.
Okay.
How many would you like me to leave it with?
That's fine for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how to edit page. So you can just go onto the website and then just click on it, go onto any page. So schools, and then just edit with Elementor, and then again you can just change the things you want to change on there.
The one thing I did want to change is when it comes up, you know, when you do a Google search, and it shows you the first line, and it says coastal walks in Essex or something. I wanted to change that because it's become apparent now that it's not. There's so much more than the walks.
Okay, because that's for SEO. That's to rank for the term coastal walks in Essex, which is a higher search term.
I see. So that's what's that.
So that's why
it
shows up in Google like that. But I mean, obviously change it according to how you want to, and I'll show you how to do that in the SEO settings. Actually, I'll show you here. So if you wanted to change any of the stuff that shows up in Google, but just bear in mind that I have done that for a reason.
Oh, of course.
You can just go into this Yoast SEO box here.
Yoast SEO.
On the page. And go on edit snippet.
What page was that on?
So this is on the young schools and young learners. So you just go into the page. You just go into the page and just go and click on edit page, and then scroll down to Yoast SEO, edit snippet, and then just change that to whatever you want it to be. Great. But yeah, so like the schools and young learners programs, that's trying to rank for historical sites in Essex because that gets like 100 searches a month or something. Yeah. So as long as that keyword's in it, so the title might not be necessarily relevant to what the page content is, but if you add in the meta description, which is the description that shows up underneath the headline, add in the keyword term that's in the SEO title, and then just add a bit more context around it to explain it, then that's a better way of doing it than not doing it at all.
Okay.
Than not using that keyword at all. So... Right, I can add the events. This is the same one that Kerry uses because it's just quite easy and it allows you to book tickets. People to book tickets.
Oh, amazing.
But it just goes through to another page on your website.
I was going to say, would that just go into that one you've already set up?
Goes into the product.
Okay, great.
So then people can book.
So would I need to set them up still separately though? So if I want to add more products on there, would I need to physically do that and then they link up with them?
Then you have to add them in to link them up.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait for this. Oh, excellent. Come on. What's going on now? So now there is an events tab here.
Yeah.
So you go to add new. My computer's about to go crazy. Call it whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So whatever the event is. Then you can create the time. So obviously choose the date, choose the time, the start time, and then the end time.
Yeah.
And then you can repeat it. So for all the the summer sessions, you can just create one. There are different times though, aren't they? So you can create, I would say, create one for each age group.
Yeah.
And then you can only have one time assigned to each thing.
Okay, yeah, so
you can
fine.
do
so
like
so what you could do 5 to 8.
Yeah, so you can do custom. So then you can do weekly on Tuesdays. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. Tuesdays and Thursdays end on day whatever the last day is.
Yeah.
Apply, and it will use these times to plan every other. To just add them to the calendar. Event location details. So obviously that's Fisherman's Chapel.
Yeah.
To show the map, you have to add an API key. So I wouldn't mess around with that.
Okay.
Because that's like, well, you can do it, but just Google. You have to Google Maps API key because you have to set it up for your Google account. Okay. And it's getting a bit like complicated and developed. So I'll just say add the venue name and the address.
Yeah.
Event costs and tickets. So external tickets, the cost of them, and then the link to the product on the site.
Okay, so how do I get that link?
So you go to your website. Shop. Oh, no. You just right click on it. So just if you want to get rid of this sale bit and the crossed out thing, you have to buy the full plugin for this Woo discount for the discounts thing.
Okay.
You can because like so the plugin I've used to create, if you buy like four sessions, blah blah blah. There's a premium version, there's a free version. Yeah. The free version, you can't take any of this stuff off.
Okay.
So if you want to buy the premium option, I think it's like $50.
Oh,
I bought it today from my site to take this stuff off. So you kind of just have to deal with that. But yeah, so just right click, copy link location, or you can just go into it and then just copy the link. And then you just put that into the tickets URL.
Yeah.
And then you can add like a bit of a description here, but I would try and avoid using the same text.
Yeah.
And then just publish. And then to add an events calendar, you won't need to do this. Actually, I'll just do it because you won't need to, unless you want to add it to lots of pages. So it's already created a page. Now, how do you want it to display? Like, do you want it to display as a list or as an actual calendar?
Would you say one is better than the other?
I'd say agendas. So the calendar doesn't really display very well on small screens.
Okay.
So the calendar page was fine.
Yeah, do a list because I'll never have. Yeah, do.
Actually, you could do. I'll tell you what. You could do month. You could do a month on desktop and then an agenda on mobile. So then I'll just go to the home page and add it in there. So there is a calendar page now.
Okay.
So I'm mindful we've only got 10 minutes left. I need to show you how to add products. Yeah, so where do you want it to go? Where?
Probably further up if it can. Can it go further up, or will it look weird?
Actually, that's not the only one. I think. What is it called?
If it's a list, does it tell you a bit about the event?
I'll show you. You click on it to expand it.
Okay.
Is that the short code for it? Yeah. So then it shows you, and
then, great.
And then you can.
Lovely.
When you hover over it, you can't do it now, but when you hover over it, it gives you the information.
Great.
But this all needs styling up. Which either you can do or I can do, but I'll have to charge for it.
Okay, how much? So, what do you mean style it up?
So at the moment it's not using your fonts, it's not using your colours. it's kind of like this yellow isn't a brand colour, this blue isn't a brand colour.
I see. Is it? Would I be able to edit that through the settings here, or is that something?
Yeah. So you don't do it in here. You'd have to do it in the. I'm not going to add it because it hasn't got the right dates or anything on it yet. So once you've added all your events on, then add it, and you just add it using a short code, AI1EC. So you add a short code. Short code block, and then AI1EC, and it stands for all in one events calendar.
One EC, all lowercase.
Yeah, and you have to do the square brackets around it.
Oh yeah.
As a short code.
Yeah.
So you can style it. Go into events, calendar theme, or theme options actually, theme options. And then you just change all the colours in here. And then you change your base font here to custom. And then just write your custom, I can't remember what your font is, but just change the font name.
Yeah.
In here. And then just change just go through here, just changing all the colours.
Okay.
To be your brand colours.
Okay.
But you might want to play around and just see what part relates to what.
Yeah.
Because it's not always clear what
what
relates to what. So yeah, just have a look as you're doing it. Which means you have to put it on the page and have it live on the page, and then you have another tab open, you just refresh it as you change colours on here.
Oh, okay.
And then save the options. So, and then when you've added that, you can hover over it on the page, so the user will be able to hover over the event, read more information about it, as long as you put a description in, and then click on the buy tickets, and that'll take them to the product.
Okay. So for every one, for every product, do I have to put that link in?
It depends how you're going to do them. So like all the summer sessions, you're only going to have we'll have like multiple dates, and that's on one page. Yeah. So, right, products. I'll go through products. So when you get orders, they'll all come into WooCommerce orders, and there'll be a list of all the orders here. So no one has no one has bought online.
That's really weird. She sent me a list of the one that she didn't do it properly.
Did she pay for them?
She said she did.
Because I think.
Sorry, I've got so many bloody groups here. Oh, I can't find it.
But yeah, any orders will come through here. So.
That's so weird. I don't know. She just said
these ones are coming to
that there were 4 weeks, but okay, that's fine. I don't expect people to book this early anyway, because it's like it's not till August.
Although people probably will want to book now.
You reckon?
Like events, like I found recently, if you say I've got an event in 2 weeks' time, everyone's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy, can't come." The longer you've got to market stuff, and I would say for events 6 weeks minimum.
Okay.
It's just so hard to get bookings at the moment for events. Like I've had to cancel all my marketing masters for the rest of this term.
Really?
I've cancelled the branding workshop on Sunday.
You've cancelled it?
We had 3 bookings.
No.
Yeah.
The last one was really busy.
Yeah, the last one had 16 people. This one's had 3 people book on it.
How weird is that?
So just no one is booking anything. No one's booking anything, and I've spoken to like Lizzie Start at Do It Like a Mother. She's struggling with bookings. Lucy Neary from Teeny Weenies, she's got no bookings. Like just no one is booking anything.
Oh God, it's not a good time to be doing events.
No, but I mean, people probably just want to get rid of their kids.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's childcare.
But you just need to promote,
Just
like every single day, and every single day.
Do you think I should always put the same picture or different things about it?
Different pictures, different caption, every single bit promoted every single day.
Okay.
Because people don't see it. People don't see anything.
I've done a couple of sponsored things for Instagram just to get it out there with like the search of like people in the local area.
Yeah, I would say try and get engagement on the post first.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
So you want people to start to be engaged, like if you're going to promote posts on Instagram, just make sure that they're already getting engagement.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're just going to be charged a hell of a lot of money for nothing.
Okay. Gosh, all of this, I'm just so
I know.
New to me.
Like Facebook and Instagram advertising is just terrible. So products. So if you're creating a new product for an event, add new. You can duplicate one that already exists. So if you can just duplicate the Young Adventurous Summer Sessions, there's lots of date options. Otherwise, just go to add new, title. You don't have to put anything in this description bit here, which is where it gets complicated.
Okay.
Because this is like the default WordPress one. Then choose which category it's in. So again, like the blogs, you can add multiple categories so people can just search for things. Set a product image, which is the image that shows up here.
Oh, okay. That was a question I had actually. That thing that you set up with the product of the book, where is that on the website?
Shop.
It's under shop.
/shop.
So
just send out the link for the actual product that I sent you.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. And people just click straight on it. But I wondered if there was a way when people go to the website. Actually, now it can come under events.
People don't always come on the homepage. Right. Unless you're giving them that address.
Right.
People come for this is like a common misconception. Everyone's like, well, everyone's gonna come to my homepage. If you look at your traffic, hardly anyone will come to your homepage unless you're giving it out to people.
Right, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
So people are coming, and that's why SEO is so important, because you want people to come to your website searching for team building in Essex, and they'll go to the team building page. They're not even going to come to your homepage.
So they would just direct them straight to
go straight to the team building page.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
I mean, you can send people to the homepage, but why would you add an extra step?
Oh, exactly. I'd rather
find
they didn't
anything.
have to
Always
navigate,
send the direct link to any page.
Okay.
Otherwise, people just get really annoyed.
Okay.
So add a product category, add a product image. So just set product image, and again, that's just upload from the library, upload a new file, or from the media library.
Yeah.
And then this is the WooCommerce settings. Okay, so variable product. If you're already saying the group sessions are not variable because people are booking one group session and then they're going to contact you to sort out the date. So it's not a variable product because there's no variations. Yeah. Whereas things like the summer sessions, they have different dates you can book, and you book a specific date. Yeah. So that's a variable product. So for a simple product, you just put the price in. Let's just say 20. And then this is where you add the minimum and maximum quantities. Yes. So 8 is the minimum quantity for your group sessions, isn't it? Yeah. So you just put in the minimum quantity there, or group of 8. So that's probably more relevant. Group of 8, I think. To only allow this product to be put in groups of X, So you can either do group of 8 or minimum quantity. But actually I'd say minimum quantity, because group of means you can only do 8, 16, 24 places, whereas actually if 10 people want to come to so minimum quantity is 8 for those walking tours. And then if you only have a certain amount of a product, which you haven't, because they're just these ones are just ongoing, so you don't manage the stock. Okay. But for the summer sessions, I assume there's going to be a maximum that can come.
15 per session.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you that actually.
So it would need to cap.
Yeah. So I'll show you how to do that in a sec. Shipping. So it's also virtual because you're not sending anything through.
Okay. So just tick virtual for everything.
Virtual. Yeah, because otherwise it tries to charge everyone's shipping.
Yeah.
And then product short description. So that's the bit that shows here. So this is the product short description here.
Product short description, yeah.
So add that in and then publish up here. And then that's your product sorted. Okay. So if you're doing a variable product where different sessions are available and people are booking a specific session, you change this bit. This still says it's virtual, but you change this to variable product, So it's just on this. So from simple product to variable product. Again, you can have a minimum quantity, maximum quantity, but you're not going to have these on Somerset. Like, probably not going to have these, are you? So there's not going to be a minimum quantity that people can buy, that people have to buy.
Well, no, there'll be a minimum quantity just in terms of. No, they won't. They can buy one. Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah. So then the next, you can skip all of these sections, and you can go to attributes. So attributes is where you add the different drop downs. So you see here you've got date and session.
Yeah.
These are the attributes.
Okay.
So let's do the same for this one. So add, then you add the name of it here. So this is the one this is the bit that shows up here.
Oh yeah.
And then you add in the variations. So these would be the date 1, date 2, and you separate them with what's called a pipe, which on my computer is shift and this key here. So shift in here, but I don't know where it is in Windows. Sorry.
Right.
I haven't used a Windows computer for about 10 years. So you just separate all the options with those. And you click used for variations, because you want this to be an option in the variations. And then you can add another custom product attribute, which might be age group. Just using that one as an example. Or time, I think I've got on that one, but maybe like age group 5 to 8, 9 to 10. But what I do is I move that up. So then that's prioritized. So this will then be the first option that people have to select before they select the date.
Okay.
And then save attributes once you've ticked use for variations. And then you go into the variations tab. Just go to, I don't want to do that. Forget that. Sorry, go to create variations from all attributes. And what it will do is it will create one variation that's in those two groups. So there'll be age 5 to 8, date 1, age 5 to 8, date 2, and then 9 to 10, date 1, like that.
Yeah.
So it will just create all of those for you.
Perfect.
So you don't have to worry about doing it. Now the next thing you have to do is toggle manage stock, which allows you to put a number against each of the, so there's only like 10 places available.
Yeah.
So toggle manage stock allows you to actually put that number in.
Okay.
And then stock and go, and then you just put the value in for all of them. So that's for all of the sessions. You can change them manually by just clicking the arrow drop down.
So under toggle manage stock, what did you go into?
So you just click toggle manage stock and then go, and then that'll just turn on that option for all of them.
Okay.
To the ability to add the stock numbers. And then stock.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
And then it'll say how many,
and
you just say okay, and then it'll add it to all of those. And then the final thing you need to do is add a price to all of them.
Yeah.
So then you just click on this add variation bit again, and then set regular prices, go, and then set a regular price for them all. And then again, you just need to set a product image, which shows up on the shop page. And actually set them all to virtual. So to do that, you just go to toggle virtual, just turn them all onto to make them all virtual product. And then that's it. But you've got this video to watch. You've got this video to watch, so you can watch it as you're going through it. And actually, the more you do, the more it'll make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the first couple of times it might be a bit difficult. So then that's how, so it shows that if you want to add in something like this, so you add a discount for if you book a certain amount of places, that's all done in WooCommerce, Woo discount rules. And for that, you just click on so cart discount rule, price discount rule. Actually, I need to change this because it needs to be a cart discount rule. So you go into cart discount rule. If you do it by product, it's only if you buy the same variation, I discovered on my website yesterday.
All right.
So you need to do it as a cart discount rule, which means it adds up it adds the discount at the end rather than on the product page.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually going to delete this one because it shouldn't be that. So you go cart discount rules, add new rule, priority, just whatever number it gives you. So you every rule you add has to be a different number. Okay. So the first one is automatically 1. It'll automatically add the number. Rule name is summer sessions, just so you can remember what the rule's called.
Yeah.
Next. And then you can do number of line items in the cart is, how many was it? 5. What was the?
3. You had to put
3. Sorry, 3. The next. So then, what's the discount? So the discount is 10%.
Yeah.
So then that will be if people buy more than 3,
it will automatically. Yeah. Lovely.
And that will give 10% off.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, there's so much.
I'm just trying to think. Oh, to add new pages to the menu, it's in appearance, menus, and then all the pages are down the left hand side. So now there's calendar. So do you want me to add calendar to your?
Oh yes, please.
The only thing is yours is use the left and right. So at the moment it's quite balanced.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So if I add another one, it's going to break. Could go on this side maybe. Could go on the left.
Can we take talks off that menu for now, or would you not be able to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. To replace the talks.
So you just add the page from the left hand side from this calendar. From this here. Click on it, and then you can just move it up and down.
Okay.
So just put it there. Maybe we'll put it there. But just bear in mind that bless you. Bless you. It must be something about this room. Oh, is it? And but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete that event because we don't really want people now go, because it's now on the navigation, people can go onto it and see that there's a fake event on there. So so you can just add all your events in there and then they'll show on the calendar page.
So will they automatically go? No, I have to go into the calendar and actually.
No, you don't have to add it. You just have to add them into events. So you just have to add the events into here.
Okay.
Add the link in, then they'll all
automatically
go to the calendar.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything in there now, but that's how the calendar will display. But I mean, you can leave it like
will the ones for August already be?
No, because you've got to add them in.
So I have to go and add them into the calendar.
You have to add them into events.
Okay.
So you have to go into events and then add them into the events.
Okay.
Because they're two completely different.
Okay.
And also, the dates aren't dates to WooCommerce. They're just text. They're just variations. You can't read that they're dates.
Yes. Yes.
They're not actually dates.
Okay.
They're just words.
So I must get those August ones updated. Because I'm doing some stuff at the community centre and I'm doing some stuff at Create 98 as well. So I want to get them all on there.
Yeah.
And then would I be able to use the link for the calendar to give people the link? Say go to our calendar to find out what we're doing.
Just estuaryescapades.com/calendar.
Yeah. Okay. Would that be a weird thing to do, or do people do that?
No, you can do that, or just go to our website. And if you're putting the calendar on the homepage, you just say go to our website.
Okay.
Start them to the homepage.
Okay.
I think that's everything to show you.
Okay.
But like I said, you've got the you'll have this video. I'll put it up today.
Okay.
So you can see how to do
things.
Just go fast forward to the bits you need.
Yeah, and then I'll just see where you've clicked and exactly. Okay, amazing.